Welcome back, beloveds. I recently had a friend move to California and she's not able to come to yoga anymore. So I'm recording this for her and for all of you so that we can do yoga together in our living rooms wherever we are. So I'll just invite you to take a moment here, whatever's been happening in your day, to just let that be true. We don't actually need to put it all away to practice. We can if we want to. And there's something beautiful about knowing, like, even if we're working with mental and emotional and physical content or stimuli that aren't quite ready to be put down, that this incredible practice of yoga and deep presence can happen, and it can offer us love. It can offer us company on the ride, whatever the ride is looking like for you today. So maybe just taking a moment to be with what the ride has been like so far today and honoring that deep in your bones, like how this day, this week, this month, this year is feeling in your body. And you can hold it with as much lightness or depth as feels healing or supportive to you. If it feels really good to honor and name to yourself the mountains that you've climbed and the ways in which you've been traversing challenging terrain this year, then give yourself the time. Pause this video and take a moment to just acknowledge, whoa, I have been making it through all of these things. And if it feels good to honor in just a moment's breath all of the journeys that you've been taking, and also to not get too deep into the story of it, perfect, right? Let your intuition guide you on that. And let there be breath there. Whatever it is and however it is that you're carrying it, you are at the center of this journey. Just take a moment to feel how you are held here by the earth underneath you, by the soil underneath the structure that you're in, by all of the fluid and spores and magic and animals and molten hot lava and wisdom that is deep beneath the surface of this earth, nourishing us and holding us and collaborating with us so that we might both be well, us and the earth together. May it be so. And you can hear that the dishwasher just finished. So just taking a moment to place your hands somewhere on your body. Lately, I've been inviting folks, we've been practicing in person in Carborough, to either Om, or if Om doesn't feel right to you, to hum, just to feel the ways in which we can send an impulse through the body. We can send a vibration through the body, and the whole body can be recruited and supported by a little bit of sound. So when you're ready, take a deep breath in, full breath out. One more time, inhale. Exhale. And we'll inhale for a hum or om. Full breath in from the core of the earth up. Letting that vibration snuggle down into all of the little crevices of your body and breath that could use support. And when you feel ready, you can make your way onto hands and knees. So finding tabletop position, just spread your fingers wide, spread your toes wide, and just starting to move into some gentle cat-cow tilts. Inhaling to arch your back, maybe gaze up towards the sky, and exhale, round your back, squeeze your breath out, tuck your tail a little bit. Inhale, arch your back, gaze up. Exhale, round, push the earth away, press into the tops of your toes. On your next inhale, stretch your right heel back, stretch the crown of your head forward. And exhale, bring your knee in towards your nose. Inhale, reach it out long, long spine, inner heel reaching back. And exhale, curl in. One more time, stretch it back behind you. This time, if you like, you can stretch your left arm out in front of you and just feel your left shoulder plug onto your back. Bend your right knee, reach back with your left hand. Clasp that foot. You can loop a sweatshirt or a belt, whatever you've got around your foot if you need some extra support, and hold on to that strap. And then gently kick back into your hand. Feel your chest broaden. When you're ready, gently release. Bring your hand down. Stretch your right leg out to the right. And then lower the right foot down to the earth. Lift your right arm up. Take a big breath in. Open through your chest and thread the needle away from your outstretched leg towards the left. You can always do this with both knees bent if you prefer. Inhale, sweep your right arm up and out. Open again. And exhale, spiral from the belly button. Thread your arm through. One more time. Inhale, reach up and out. Exhale, thread it through. Take your time. Snuggle your right ear towards the earth. If you want, left arm could stretch to your furniture, to your cat, to the earth in front of you. Good. Slide your left hand back in towards your nose. Inhale, reach your right arm up and out. Big breath. Right hand down to the earth. Press into your hands. Lift your right leg up. Spread your toes. And then tuck your right knee back behind your left. So your heels widen a bit, like you're in Gomukhasana almost, but you're not sitting back. Inhale, arch your back, gaze up towards the sky. Exhale, round, press back almost to a child's pose, curling in around the knees. Inhale, come forward, forward of the knees, lengthen your spine. Exhale, curl back, round your back. One more time, inhale, come forward, lengthen through your spine. Exhale, press all the way back. Keep walking your hands back. I've just landed with a pillow under my tush, so you could have a pillow there or not, whatever you like. And just a little wiggle side to side. Probably if left leg is on top, your left bum cheek might be a little lifted. That's perfect, right? If you want to, you can imagine gently filling that hip with sand, letting your sits bones reach towards the earth. And just take a moment here. Find a long spine. When you're ready, bring your right hand outside your left knee, left hand back behind you. Twist to the left. Feel your collarbones broad. Good, come back around. Keep walking around. Unthread your legs. A little bit of a wide forward fold here as you bow your head. Nod your head yes, shake your head no. You can walk your feet in a little bit. You might be at the top of your mat at this point. Halfway lift, deep breath in. Exhale, fold forward. Hinge from your hips. You can clasp opposite elbows and let your head hang. Sway a little side to side. Let your torso be heavy. And then release your arms, bend your knees, tuck your tailbone, slow roll up. Feel your spine slowly elongate. Tailbone reaching towards the earth, crown of the head reaching up. When you make it to the top, reach your arms skyward and hands to your heart. Find yourself at the center. Deep breath in. Full breath out, hands down by your sides. On your inhale, reach up, gaze up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Plant your hands, step your right foot to the back of your mat. Drop your right knee down to the earth. On your inhale, sweep your arms up. Cactus your elbows. Exhale. Inhale, stretch your arms up. Exhale, half splits, hands to the earth. Stretch your left leg long. Rebend your knee. Stretch your arms up, low lunge. Interlace your fingers, pointer fingers, reach up on an inhale, and then up and over to the left slightly. Feel length through your right side body, back through the top of your right toes. Back up through center, take an inhale. Exhale, hands to the earth, step back, downward facing dog.
Deep breath in and out through your mouth. Roll your shoulders back. Take an inhale. Full exhale. On your next inhale, lift your heels. Exhale, bend your knees, lower down to the earth. Tabletop position. Untuck your toes. Inhale, arch your back, gaze up. Exhale, round. Inhale, arch your back. Moving as slow as you can. Just really letting your breath set the pace and the movement meets the breath. One more time. Cat-cow tilts, finding some mobility in all the little parts of your spine. And on your next inhale, lengthen the crown of your head forward, lengthen your left heel back. Big breath in, stretch long through your center. Exhale, round. Nose towards your knee. Inhale, stretch it back. Exhale, draw it in. One more time. Inhale, reach it long. Exhale, draw it in. Feel your back ribs expand. Stretch long. From here, you could step your left hand in a little bit for stability. Stretch your right arm long. Bend your left knee, reach back to catch your little tiger tail behind you. Kick back into your hand. Feel your shoulders roll back to broaden through your heart and throat. Release gently, bring your right hand down. Stretch your left leg out to the left and lower your left toes down to the earth. You can kind of feel the outer blade of your left foot grounding towards the floor. Stretch your left arm up to the sky, big breath. Exhale, spiral through, thread the needle. Press down into your right hand for support. Inhale, reach your left arm. Exhale, thread it through. One more time. Inhale, reach up. Exhale all the way down to rest. You can always put a pillow under your left ear. You could stretch your right arm long and send your tailbone back behind. Make some space in your sacrum and your lower back. You're really close, just listening to the earth here. You've got your ear right up to her. Slide your right hand in. Inhale, sweep your left arm up and out. Left hand to the earth. Engage through your middle. Lift your left leg up. And then bend your left knee. Tuck it back behind your right. Separate your heels a bit. Walk your hands in so they're right under the shoulders. Inhale, arch your back, lengthen your spine. And exhale, round, round, round so much that you press back almost to a child's pose. Inhale, come forward. Lengthen, open through heart, navel, tail. Exhale, gently round back. One more time. Inhale, expand. You can open your eyes. You could even open your mouth. Exhale all the way back. Gently roll back. You could snuggle a blanket under your tush. Walk your hands back. All the way back until you're sitting between your heels. Give yourself a little wiggle. Soften your shoulders back and down. Feeling your sitting bones lengthening towards the earth. Collarbones wide here. You can bring your left hand outside your right knee, right hand behind you, and just gently twisting to the right. You're really keeping the hips heavy and anchored on the earth so that the opening can happen around your heart space, behind the heart and at the front of the heart as you spiral from the navel up. Good, come on back through center. Keep coming around. You might be facing towards the back of your mat this time as you stretch your legs, bow your head. This time turn your toes out, heels in from Malasana, yogic squat. Lengthen through your spine. Let your tailbone reach towards the earth. Bring your right hand down and forward, left arm up and back. Big spiral open with the heart. If it feels good to you, you can always reach back and around and find a half bind. And then gently release. Come on back through center. Left hand down and forward, right arm up and back. So you might feel the connection between your left toes and your right fingertips here. Good, maybe a little bind here. Every side feels so radically different. Let that be perfect. And then release, come back through center, fold forward, toes point forward. Nod your head yes, shake your head no. Give yourself a little wiggle. Halfway lift, deep breath in. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise all the way up to standing, reach tall. Hands to your heart, hands down by your sides. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold forward. Halfway lift, deep breath in. This time, left foot steps back. Drop your left knee to the earth. Inhale, sweep your arms up. Exhale, half splits, hands come to the earth. Shift your weight back, flex your right toes. Good. Rebend your right knee, lengthen your spine. Interlace fingers, pointer fingers face up. Inhale, reach tall. Exhale, up and over to the right. So the right bum cheek on me wants to lift to meet my hands, right? So can you soften your right bum cheek to the earth, send your tailbone down and forward, and let the arc really happen in the ribs and above. Back through center, inhale. Exhale, hands to the earth, step back, downward facing dog, facing the back of your mat. Deep breath in, and a little wiggle as you exhale. Inhale, stretch your right leg up and back into the sky. Bend your knees, stack your hips. Right leg up and back, big breath. Step your right foot forward, warrior one. Take your time. Left heel grounds. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, bow forward, arms sweep back by your hips. Torso bows towards the earth. Inhale, reach tall. Warrior two, open out to the side. Flip your palms, exalted warrior, reach up and back. Left hand is really light back there or a half bind. Extended side angle, right elbow to right knee, left arm past your left ear. Inhale, exalted warrior, reach up and back. Stretch your right leg straight and reach long with your right hand for triangle pose. Right hand down to your shin or a block. Left arm up towards the sky. Just enjoying every opportunity you can to slow down your breath, to open your eyes and see any bits of nature or life around you that remind you where you are in time and space, and let you soften the armor just a little bit. Exalted warrior, when you're ready, reach up and back. And then slowly step to half moon. As much as a reach down, it's a reach out. So left toes and right fingertips reach in opposite directions. Like there's a nebula exploding from the belly button center out through every limb. The right hand might want to tip towards a block or the earth, or it might want to stay lifted. Good, slowly, Skandasana to the front of the mat, left bum cheek to your left heel. Flex your right toes towards the sky. Pivot around, top of the mat, long pyramid pose. Stretch your front leg long, take a halfway lift, pull your outer left tush back. Exhale, fold forward. Good, plant your hands on the earth, rebend your left knee, sweep your left leg up and back. Bend your knees, stack your hips. Stretch your left leg up and back. And step your left foot forward for warrior one. Right heel grounds, inhale, reach tall. Exhale, bow forward, arms sweep back by your hips. Inhale, lift up. Lengthen through your center, warrior two on the exhale. Hi, Luna. Flip your palms, exalted warrior, reach up and back, soften your front knee. Extended side angle when you feel ready. lengthening through your ribs, grounding through your right heel. And just giving yourself the gentlest reminder that this practice is not about pushing. It's about softening into what is available today and what feels generative. Exalted warrior when you're ready. Generative meaning something interesting is happening, right? It might be sensation, it might be softness, it might be a mental opening. Stretch your left leg straight. Reach for triangle pose. But I really like the idea that rather than motivating ourselves with like discomfort, like a pain is gain, right? I mean, any of you who know me know that that's not my style. And I just think that actually pleasure is really motivational. I think it's really powerful. And I think when we make things delicious and when we focus on what feels delicious, we come back to practices more often that support our well-being. And how radical to think doing things that feel good, even if they're hard, right, or challenging for some part of the psyche, might actually lead us to freedom, as opposed to some like puritanical idea that following pleasure leads to excess, right? What if it leads us to spaciousness and our fullest sense of self? Exalted warrior, inhale, reach up and back. And slowly, half moon. And maybe you have a different way of orienting to finding what is interesting, right? Pleasure is a word I use, but interesting can mean so many things, right? Something that we're learning something new with, something that's allowing us to stretch or grow. Half moon is one such place for me, right? So where is there a little bit more space to reach from the center out? To spiral open just the tiniest bit and risk the possibility that something gets a little bit off center, and that's okay. To trust your breath deeply. Good. When you're ready, slow as you can. Maybe there's a little fall. Skandasana to the back, right bum cheek to your right heel, flex your left toes. Just trust your own timing and pace. Pivot around to the back of the mat for long pyramid pose. Stretch your right leg long. Little halfway lift, scoop your right hip back, and folding forward from here. Deep, full breaths that nourish your body and that clear space in your brain that give you room for whatever it is that you're working on internally, whether you're cognitively aware of it or not. We're always building something beautiful on the inside. And part of this practice is just trusting that enough is happening without us tinkering too much. Sweep your right leg up and back when you're ready. Shake it out. And then step your right foot forward again. Warrior two, windmill your arms open. Flip your palms to the sky, exalted warrior. This time left fingertips to your right wrist. Lengthen through your spine. And then gently release. Step onto your right foot for half moon. And reach back with your left hand for your left ankle or toes. Kicking back into that hand for Chapasana. Maybe your right hand's at your heart. Very gently, you're going to start to pull your right shoulder back. Send your left knee down to the earth. We're coming up to a tall spine. Squeeze your left heel in towards your glute. And then you can slowly press your left shin back for dancer's pose as your heart and maybe right arm extend forward. Good, as gentle as you can, release that foot. See if it can stay lifted. Windmill to the earth, standing splits, left toes up. step your left foot all the way back. Drop your left knee to the earth, half splits again. Stretch your right leg long. And then we're just going to walk over like you're looking at a clock. You're going to about 2 o'clock. As you walk your hands over to the side, flex your right toes and breathe deep into that IT band space on the outer blade of the right leg. Gentle breath that meets whatever intensity of the stretch shows up. Walk your hands back through center, rebend your right knee. Tuck your back toes. Your left arm lifts you up to goddess pose. And just feeling into, like, give yourself a little wiggle. Feel into, are my hips tight? Can I soften and seaweed around a little bit? One shape is actually 4 billion shapes, right? So giving yourself the space to, like, let this shape be so many different things. The arms might want to come up. Some people like to roll up onto the balls of the feet. For whatever reason, my plantar fasciitis doesn't like that, right? So just feeling into, if the purpose of this shape is to get in touch with the depth of the pelvic floor and the depth of the spread of the feet, what allows me to do that? And receive with love here. Tailbone lengthening to the earth. Crown of the head reaching skyward. Stretch your legs straight. Might be a little shake. Warrior 2, bend your left knee towards the top of the mat. Flip your palms to the sky, exalted warrior, reach up and back. Half moon, stepping onto your left foot. Take your time. You might bend your right knee and reach back with your right hand for the top of your right foot. Your left hand could be at the hip, the heart, or out long. And then very slowly you're gonna swim through the air as you gently lift your heart and drop your right knee to the earth. Find your tall spine. From this place of deep alignment and soft openness, then the bravery can unfold for dancer's pose as you kick back and soften forward. Gently release that foot. Slowly windmill to the earth, right toes up towards the sky, standing splits. Wiggle your toes a little bit. Just let that lifted leg be alive. And step your right foot all the way to the back of the mat. Drop your right knee to the earth. Stretch your left leg long. Lengthen through your tummy and your heart and walk around to about 10 o'clock, flexing your left toes back towards you. As much as you can, honestly, ideally I would have brought my blocks, right? So that I'm not rounding as much through the spine. So if you can, stack up some VHSs or books or whatever you got under your hands so your heart can be broad as you stretch through the back of the left leg. And then walk back around to the front, take your time, rebend your left knee, tuck your back toes, spiral open, goddess pose. Straighten your arms, straighten your legs, lift up, spin your heels out, toes in, hands to your low back, interlace your fingers. Just check out that the big toes are roughly in line with each other. Inhale, open through your heart, open through your throat. Exhale, fold forward. Lift your hands up and over your head. Gently release your hands. Let them soften down to the earth. We're going to walk the arms out in front, down dog arms, and let your torso melt towards the floor. Let your weight kind of sink back into your heels. You might find a nice hamstring stretch here. There's a time to be really engaged and core plugged in. And then it's also really important to sometimes let ourselves soften and swing and yield down towards the earth. Walk your hands back in through center. Halfway lift, bend your left knee. Walk around to the top of the mat, step back, high plank, first time. Interesting. Inhale, lengthen your spine, take a deep breath in. Exhale, slow lower down to your belly. Cobra pose, inhale, open through your heart. Exhale, back down to the floor. Inhale, cobra. You're snaking back with your toes as much as you're snaking up. Exhale, lower down. Hands come wide, tense your fingers. Inhale, lift your heart. Exhale, right shoulder dips down, look over to the left. Inhale, find center. Exhale, left shoulder dips down. Good, inhale. Unfurl. Exhale, twist. Inhale, find center. Roll the shoulders back. Exhale, twist. One more time. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, all the way down to your belly. Make a pillow with your hands. Bend your knees. Windshield wiper your feet side to side. Hug your legs pretty close together. Reach back, clasp the outer edges of your ankles. And you can start by squeezing your heels towards your glute. See what that feels like. You could stay right there, or you could start to press your shins back and let that lift your tummy, lift your heart. You might feel a broadening in your forehead and your throat and your ribs. Deep breath in, open. Exhale, gently release. Stretch back to child's pose when you feel ready. If it feels good, you can bring the palms together and slide your hands down your upper back in child's pose. And re-extend your arms. Take your time. We're going to flip over onto our backs. So any wiggles that you want to get in as you make your way onto your back. Lying all the way back. Bend your knees. Walk your feet in. You can windshield wiper your knees again side to side. And then when you're ready, start to walk your feet in towards you. Hands by your side. Spread your toes. Spread your fingers. Slowly, like a paintbrush, peeling your lower back, your middle back, between your shoulder blades up. You can tuck your shoulders underneath you. Bridge pose. Just gently grounding into the earth with your hands in the back of your head and the soles of your feet. Deep breath in. Exhale all the way down onto your back. Stretch your legs up towards the sky. Flex your toes back towards you. And then give yourself a little kick, kick, kick to release any stuck energy in your legs. You can do a little brush. And then planting your feet one more time. You can choose resting right here. You could take another bridge pose. I've got some cat hair in my mouth. You could walk your hands in close, fingers facing your shoulders. Ground deeply into your feet and hands. And on your inhale, slowly lift up to wheel pose. Any shape that allows you to breathe deeply into the front, back, and sides of your heart. There's no one right way to find energetic open air alignment, right? There's a ton of pathways. They're all beautiful. And a big part of this is just discernment of what's working for me today. Not just what's working, but what do I love today? Come to rest whenever it's time. Interlace your fingers and make some little figure eights with your hands. Soften your knees side to side. When you're ready, you can squeeze your knees in towards your chest. Give yourself a little rock. Massage your low back into the floor. And then coming back to that shape we started with, cross your right knee on top of your left. Reach out for the outer blades of your feet, hugging towards the earth as you kick back up into your hands. Feel your tailbone kind of lengthen down the mat away from the crown of your head. Soft throat, soft belly. Let yourself not do too much work here. And release the top leg, the left leg. Keep the right leg in. You can cradle the right shin between your elbows if that seems interesting, interlacing your fingers. You could also take figure 4 here, left knee comes up to support as your right ankle crosses over. And then you're going to very gently start to stretch this right leg up towards the sky, left leg long. And draw your right leg across your body to the earth. Scoot your bottom hip back. Reach your right arm out to the right. Maybe gazing over your right shoulder. Good. Roll onto your back. Squeeze your right knee into your chest. Stretch your right leg long. Starfish your body. Shake it out for a moment. When you're ready, hug your knees in. Cross your left on top of your right this time. Hug the feet in and resist up into your hands with your feet a little bit. Listen for the rhythm of your breath. Let it be a metronome that stays really steady. So that in those moments of life being what it is, we know that we have that and can trust that. Good, y'all. And then you could slide towards figure 4 from here, or sleeping pigeon if you prefer, cradling the left shin, sending your right leg long. You might like one on one side and one on the other side. If you're extra tight in the hips, notice if things like the back of your neck or your jaw start to kind of jut up to take on some of the tension. See if you can let your upper body really melt to the floor and let your lower body explore whatever sensation is there. When you're ready, stretch your right leg long, send your left leg up towards the sky. And your right hand can help guide your left leg all the way over to a pillow or to the earth. Scoot your right hip back. Left arm and your gaze might turn to the left. Slowly start to bend your left knee, coming back through center. Squeeze both knees in for happy baby pose. Just some gentle rocking to recalibrate both sides of you and find your way towards the center. When you're ready, Baddha Konasana, soles of the feet together, knees out wide. Your arms could cactus above you. If you have a block or a pillow, you can put that pillow like behind your heart, either this way or long ways. So you can kind of lie back over it a little bit like a supported fish pose, soles of the feet together. And just letting whatever it is that your heart is in contact with, the pillow, the block, the earth, letting yourself really melt down into that support. Offer something loving and kind to yourself here. It might be words, it might be a gesture of hand to belly or heart. It might be just remembering something that you did to support someone that you love today. When you're ready, you could stay there, or you could release all the props and any shape that you've got and come down into Shavasana. Just slowly bringing awareness to the soles of the feet, letting them soften and open. Letting your awareness gently track up to the heels and ankles, letting them get heavy. Tracing up to the calves, letting them spread like butter on the earth. And up to the knees, letting the kneecaps soften and the backs of the knees gently lengthen. You can trace your awareness up to the back of the thighs, feeling the belly of your hamstrings relax, receiving the support of the earth underneath you. Tracing your awareness up to your glutes, letting your tush soften, letting it take up space on the earth, and enjoying that there is so much room for you to de-armor, to unclench, and to allow this seat that supports us all day to be deeply held. Tracing up to your low back. Notice if any part of you arches a little bit away from the earth, and if you can soften the ribs and the belly. Sometimes a hand on the belly helps with this, and let the low back not totally compress into the earth, but just gently relax in that direction. Tracing the backs of the ribs and the space of the lungs inside your torso. Take a few breaths to feel them widen and open and release. feeling into the backs of your shoulder blades that come together to support the back door of your heart. And just notice, like a little hobbit door, if there's just the tiniest space that you can allow to open there. So there could be really free and clear communication between your heart and the earth and the earth and your heart. Offering whatever you are ready to offer from you to the earth. And also just receiving the nourishment and the trust that what you care deeply about has roots and soil and support behind it. Letting your arms and the back of your head soften and feel supported as you allow yourself to rest. Take a full breath in and out. Taking as much time as you like to slowly start to unfurl from Shavasana in the way that feels right to you. You could roll over onto one side. You could stay lying back and rest for a little while longer. I love to use this bell because this is a bell that a very, very young me found when she was searching for proof that magic was real and so deeply anxious by everything, literally, in the world. And while we were in San Francisco, she found this bell, and it felt like proof that she could talk to fairies and that they were there and they were watching over her. And whether you believe in fairies or not, by all means, I'm happy to kibitz about that with you. And I think that this is really a story about how much it matters that we find the rituals and tools and practices that speak our language and offer us comfort and love. This is one of the many ways that we get to do our work in the world, is that we feel supported enough to do it. And sometimes that takes the shape of a human or a practice or an idea or a bell or a particular version of yoga that we find that meets us right where we're at in that phase of life. So know that if you have that thing or those things, it's such a blessing. And if you're still looking, they're looking for you too. And I'm so grateful that you're here and that you're still searching. I am too. In homage to the
pandemic yoga that we used to do together. I'm going to pull us a card. Feel free to stick around for this or not if it's not your thing. But I got this Goddess of Love tarot deck when I got married last year. And so I've been pulling from it lately, and it's a really sweet, pleasure-focused deck. Okay, and I'm going to read to you. If I can find it. Wow, the Queen of Pentacles. All right, get ready, team. Incredible. Okay. The elemental correspondence is the water of earth. The Queen of Pentacles is about honoring the time it takes for something to grow. She speaks from a place of embodiment and nurtures the self by listening to and embracing its humanness. Dive headfirst into the sensual pleasures, into the luxury of the human experience. This card shows the goddess incarnated to remind you to experience the earthly delights this life has to offer. Someone in your life is leading you into these fertile mysteries, or perhaps you're being asked to tend to this temple of pleasure within yourself. Turn to nature to embrace this and give yourself permission to indulge in all that makes life so delicious. Dang, this card is just what we've been talking about all day. This is both an omen and a portal into bringing the feral, wild, carnal, and luscious energies of nature into your life. Own the untamable magic of your soul and channel it through the joy of the body. The affirmation that goes with this card is, I am a temple of pleasure. I am grounded in the magic and fertility of my body and my being. Well, team, I don't think I could have made that up. That is so beautiful. And I am so grateful to practice pleasure in all of its forms with you. It is such an honor to be a part of you and to have you be a part of our practice world. I hope wherever you are, you have room for a little bit of deliciousness today. I love you so dearly. Let me know if I can support you in any way. All right. Bye, y'all.